Americans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know that for the last couple of weeks and ever since the announcement by the Prime Minister that very soon we may see that Tobago Autonomy Bill coming before the Parliament again, there has been a lot of buzz happening, a lot of discussions, a lot of education campaigns, and a lot of promotion of the bill, as well as skepticism of this bill on many sides. And this morning, I'm going to have a hearty discussion actually with Mr. Wendel Eversley, who is a political activist this morning. He is online and we are talking about that bill. Good morning and welcome, Mr. Eversley.
Yes, good morning, and good morning to my second home and all the people of Tobago. When I look at my passport this morning, I see my passport now. I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. So I will always be a citizen for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, and it's nice to be on your program again this morning.
Right. So you have been paying attention to the discussion surrounding that Tobago Autonomy Bill. And I am guessing that you also had a chance to take a look at some of the areas in the bill that has come up that has been a key area of contention. One of those areas being the allocation for Tobago out of the national budget, that being the 6.8. There are persons who are saying that if this PNM administration did not accept 10% under a previous regime, why should they tell the people of Tobago that they should be accepting a 6.8 because the PNM says so? What do you think about that?
Well, I have been saying for a long time now, and I have it as a motto and a quote that PNM is the problem, UNC is not the solution. But I always maintain I will always speak out for what is right for the people of Trinidad and Tobago in all organizations, and I also like to see good governance in all areas. Even if you're in a cricket club, a normal cricket club, you must start there with good governance. And when we look at the Tobago Island Bill 2021, I think this is something for the people of Tobago to decide. And when you look at the structure of our parliament today, which we have 31 senators and 41 members of parliament. We have 9 independent senators, 6 opposition senators, and we have 15 government senators. And when we look at the composition in the Senate, Tobago have 2 senators. And in the parliament, they have 2 members of parliament. I think in the Senate, they have 3 senators. They have an independent senator also. So Tobago is well represented in the parliament to champion Tobago business and to champion Tobago interests. And if a bill is coming up to give the people of Tobago more power, to give the island functioning administration more power, and to move away from the Tobago Act, what they govern on right now, I think this is a decision for the Assembly, the Tobago House of Assembly, the 3 senators, the 2 members of parliament, and the people of Tobago. They should meet in a room to discuss what is best for Tobago. And they shouldn't try right now to divide Tobago. Because for too long, Tobagonians have been complaining concerning the allocation from the budget that we're receiving from Trinidad. For too long, Tobagonians have been complaining that the Assembly do not have powers to govern the island properly. And if you're getting a bill now that have 5 main clauses, and the clauses, 1 is the Tobago Island government, 2, Tobago legislature, 3, finance, transitional provisions. And if you have these clauses, will give Tobago more autonomy, more power. I think this is not a time to play playing game. This is not a time to play politics. For too long, we have been playing politics with the lives and the livelihood of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Now we have to know what is best for us. We cannot continue a system that is outdated and going forward with a system when the world is developing and when the world is changing. We're in 2024. We're going in 2025 just now. I keep saying Trinidad and Tobago need meaningful constitutional reform, and the only way they can get meaningful constitutional reform is it have to come from the people, not for those who sit in the parliament. We elect them. They are our employers. We
Right.
employ them.
Right. And there are the persons who are currently saying that after so much consultation had happened previously, why would you restart the process again? But there's the sentiment of a lot of the information and feedback that came from those consultation being for a different time. We now live in a technology driven society with new technology like artificial intelligence and a host of new things happening. So, are you of the opinion that not necessarily starting over the consultation is needed, but going back to the general public and asking, are these areas still relevant to you? And what recommendations do you have to enhance what has already been suggested by our predecessors?
Okay, we listened to what the Prime Minister said, right? He said he's bringing back this Tobago bill to give Tobago more autonomy. He said the bill went to committee stages in Parliament. They set up a committee, right? And one of the fundamental things come out from it, what I listened to what them said, because I not a member of the committee, that those in opposition never attended the 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 committee, the Parliament committee, to discuss concerning Tobago. So if people are saying now they sit down in the past and they refuse 10, why we should refuse 6.8 now? Now listen to me. The past could never come back. We are talking about the present and we are talking about the way forward for Tobago. So if you have to start, if something that you didn't accept in the past and something now is put forward for the table and it will say this is a starting point, why reject it? Why reject it? Why deprive the people? Because if you don't want to start somewhere, then we back to the same position where we are all the time. And it's time for people to put away the pettiness. Look what's going on in Tobago right now. I shocked to hear the amount of money spending in contracts in himself, the jobs in himself complete. They want to make arrangement to give the person half of the money of 25. And on top of that, they give that same contractor 180 something million to start a new contract. And the people of Tobago is not even involved. So they're showing, even the present administration is showing that Tobagonians not qualified to do work that is in Tobago space, which the money will be in Tobago space, employing Tobagonians. So they're saying that we have to go outside. So what they're trying to tell us now, they want people from outside to come and dictate for us. I remember Kadisha Arming saying in the budget, Tobago getting too much money, they only have 60,000 people. So you think they will support the bill that is coming to you all forward right now? She's the shadow minister of local government. She said Tobago only have 60,000 people. Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation larger than Tobago. Why are you giving them so much of money? I heard David Lee, a member of Parliament for Point of View, when they asked the question why UNC don't have interest in Tobago and contest the election, be part of Trinidad and Tobago. David Lee went on record and said that we have the chief secretary in Tobago, Fali Augustus, and this is on record. And when people saying these kind of things, you think they will get those people there to support Tobago bill? They're probably glad to see if Tobago separated from Trinidad, so they feel they would benefit in Trinidad and they feel they will not benefit in Tobago. But this is an island of Trinidad and Tobago. Since I on this island 56 years now, it's of Trinidad and Tobago. My passport say I born in Trinidad and Tobago. So people have to come off these kind of pettiness. For too long, politicians dividing us, separating us, bringing race in everything. Why we can't see God in every face instead of race? We have to see God in every face instead of race. And I want the best for Tobago. And Tobagonians should put on their foot and say, if we get in so much increase in money in allocation to do our business, let us take it. Let it as a starting point. Let us say if they bring in certain clause to give Tobagonians more power, let us start it. What was going on in Montreal? You know, Montreal had a general election the other day, and they had about 3,000 person vote in the whole island. 3,000 persons. What is the population of Montreal? Look how small Montreal is. Look how small St. Vincent and the Grenadines is. And look how they just function. Look at the powers they have. In them, they have a parliament, right? And to all Tobago say now, a small island like Tobago, one of the most beautiful island. I travel all over the world. One of the most beautiful island, a small island, beautiful waters, beautiful people. Yes, we have people now trying to see how they can make the island uncomfortable and ungovernable, right? We've seen increase in crime. But if Tobagonians come together and say, this is not we want in our country, Tobago, we want betterment for our country. Tobago should be the tourism capital of the Caribbean. You see what the world rated Tobago recently? Where they did Tobago plays fourth in beautiful places to visit. So they need powers. We can't, Tobagonians can't want to run Trinidad to get everything. Tobagonians can't run to Trinidad to get a deal. That will depend on the Ministry of Legal Affairs to send people in Tobago or set up things, or you have to go to Trinidad. If this bill, this autonomy, giving you powers, forget the politics, work for what is betterment for Tobago, and I will support the bill. I
All
will support the
right.
bill. When the bill is going to debate in Parliament, I already have my placard, and I'm going to beg the 5 dissidents. They say that a UNC A, a UNC B. They say the B is the 5 dissidents. But now I hear it have they have the emergency plan in place, which is the UNC C, and that is in Tobago. I don't know who they're talking about in Tobago. And they're lobbying with them, and they're not going to support the bill. Is this what we want for Tobagonians? Is this what we want for Tobagonians?
Understood.
And
We
I
want to
want to
thank you
demand
so much, Mr. Eversley, this morning for coming on and giving us that perspective on the Tobago Autonomy Bill. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here. We're going to be back really soon, right after this. See you soon.